Okay, bottom feeder, not very much to say here. We are really trying Wryting Chrysalis in Elves. Okay, so you see this deck in front of you and you think, okay, this is the content creator deck. You know, sometimes the content creators play bad decks just because brews make more views than the established ones. But that's not the case here. I'm not saying this deck is great because, to be honest, I've never played a single game of Magic with this list. I just had a strange idea like 3 hours ago while I was talking to Hernan Jean, my friend, and I thought it could be interesting to show the testing process to the millions and millions of my fans. So here we are. I have an IPT in 2 weeks and maybe I will play Elves, maybe not. So I think it's good to experiment a little bit here. So let's see why this list. Okay, if you compare this one to my previous Pauper Elf list, there are 2 main differences. First of all, the Chrysalis in place of the Vandals main deck and the bolts in place of the blue blasts in the sideboard. Let's see why. Okay, so then when you go to a big Pauper tournament, there are 3 decks that you should beat, in my opinion. Jund, Mono Red Madness, Mono Blue Terror. Vandal is better than Chrysalis versus Jund, but Chrysalis is way better than Vandal in the other 2 matchups because Vandal does nothing versus Madness and versus Mono Blue Terror. And those 2 matchups are matchups in which an help is required, I think. Because, of course, Madness is the worst matchup. And even though my whole sideboard is designed to beat Madness, having a little bit of help, it's good. And also, Mono Blue Terror used to be a very good matchup. And people still think it's like a buy for Elves. But that's not the case anymore because they play a lot of removal spells, gut shots, and blah blah blah. So if you remove that cards and you play Chrysalis, which is the best card against them, I think the win rate increases dramatically. And that's good. When it comes to Jund, Vandal is probably better because going after their lands, it's good to slow them down. And also if you cut red, they cannot play Karklan Shaman and it's basically impossible for them to win if they don't do that. But at the same time, the Vandal sometimes doesn't work because maybe they have a lot of lands or maybe it's just too late. Maybe they already had the Karklan Shaman and Vandal at that point it's not very good because it's just a 1/3, right? Playing Chrysalis, it's less variance and it's like, okay, I don't deny you the chance to Karklan Shaman. If you have it, you do that, but I rebuild. And I won a lot of games versus Jund by just suffering the Shamans and rebuilding. And Chrysalis is very good before the Shaman because it costs just 4 mana and you need to Shaman for 5. And it's also good after the Shaman because it gives mana to deploy other creatures. And it's also a great card in general. Also, there are just like 4 matchups in which the Vandal is very good. Of course, Jund Affinity, but also Mono Red Rally and Aura X-Proof. But the last 2 are not that played, I think, so I'm not that concerned. Versus everything else, Wryting Chrysalis is better than that Vandal. So I think it's interesting to try that. And also, the Gate decks are having a resurgence and they play Prismatic Strands. And our deck is a little bit soft to that. Chrysalis is great because it has the Void, and with Hydra it's basically unbeatable with Prismatic Strands. When it comes to the sideboard, the blue blasts are mainly there for Mono Red Madness, but most of the time they are just a removal spell. Don't let yourself get fooled. It's not really a counter, it's just a removal spell because you just need to kill the pingers and then it's easy to win. So Lightning Bolt is not that different. Of course, the blue blasts are also good versus Karklan Shaman decks because you can counter the Karklan Shamans. But with this list, I think we are better suited at absorbing the Karklan Shaman. It's only very bad if they go for the combo with Toxin Analysis. But if they want to do that, then Lightning Bolt is good enough, I think. Let's try if that's true, actually. Also, having the bolts, it's very good in other matchups. For example, the mirror match, because now we have 8 removal spells with Emergence and Lightning Bolt. Is this list the best one? It's better than my previous one? To be honest, I don't know. I want to find out. And let's see how it goes in a league. But before we do that, a great shout out to my sponsor, MetaGame and Friends. I think you should really check that out if you need tokens, because honestly, they are great. Alright, welcome to the first match. Very nice hand. Because basically every hand with mana and Priest of Titania, it's a very nice hand. And ooh, Forest. Maybe the mirror match? They pass. It's unlikely, but it could be. Maybe it's probably Spy. And they're gonna cycle an end at the end of turn. But we will play a Land of Elves and pass the turn. We cannot use Land Grant here because we have a Forest. And of course the Generous End. And another Forest. Okay, so here's a great... Okay, it's maybe Walls combo. Lightning Bolts could be good versus Wall combo. Another land, the greatest. And I think we are just gonna play the Priest of Titania and pass. We could cycle the Saga Wildering, but we have a lot of lands, so it's not good to do that. And attacking does nothing because they have a big wall here. We have red mana if... Okay, another Forest, so not Spy. Oh, so this is Elves. Okay. We need to stop drawing lands. And we managed to draw basically a land. Okay, so we have... It's 3 mana, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hunter plus... Hunters plus Land Grant. Avenging Hunter is here. And it's a little bit risky. They can play some Elves and give haste with the wall. But not a whole lot that we can do now. And we need to pressure them because... we cannot let these Timberwatch Elves be unchecked. It will kill us very quickly. But let's see what they do have in hand. Our hand was great, but then we managed to draw a Saga Wildering and 2 lands, and that's not great. Okay, this is... yeah, we're probably dead now. There is some consideration. Okay, this is not great on their part. Maybe we have... oh no, what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? This is great because they have Timberwatch Elf. Okay. There is... an argument for playing Flame Slash in place of Lightning Bolt, because Flame Slash can kill 0/4 creatures, for example, against Spy. It's sorcery speed, so... Okay, so now I have 2 mana left, a lot of mana left, 7 mana, and this is a big Hydra. And now we forge onto the Avenging Hunter, and I think we cannot win anymore. We could have scryed in search for goodies, but we need to top deck the goodies. We are so losing by so much that we need to basically naturally draw and go to the forge to have a shot. And play the Saga Wildering and just pass. We cannot attack because they have Timberwatch Elf to block. And now they attack and double pump, and yeah, I think could probably concede now. Yeah, okay. And now let's see if our sideboard plan does work. Lightning Bolt comes in, Monstrous Emergence comes in, Wryting Chrysalis, you are out, and I think Avenging Hunter is the worst of our threats because steal it. When I play the other version and I don't have red cards in the mirror match, I side out the Generous Ends, keep the Avenging Hunters in, but with Lightning Bolts I think it's important to have access to red mana as fast as possible. Oh, wait, but we could cut this one and one of these in. Yeah, I think it's probably better. Maybe we could something like this. Yeah, because it's 2 13 red sources. To be honest, I'm not sure. Truth be told, Avenging Hunter, it's also a red source. So, okay, let's try like this. This, and it's... Okay, this is a keep. Unfortunately, our Monstrous Emergent does nothing unless we play an Nixborn Hydra because big creatures in hand. But also, 1 damage, it's enough to kill a Priest of Titania, for example. So, I think we could be fine. And they play a Llanowar Elf. Now we are gonna slam a Priest of Titania. Okay, that's good. Very, very good. I think we are very favored. If they play Monstrous Emergence and kill the Priest of Titania, we could be in trouble. Let's see. I don't think Monstrous Emergence is heavily played. 50% of the Elves deck play that card. I'm not gonna kill the Crashing Downbridge. First of all, I cannot, and second, I don't think it's... I'm not sure. Maybe it's good. Yeah, play the land. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. Timberwatch and kill the Llanowar Elves. I could play Nixborn Hydra. No. Let's just play the Timberwatch Elf, and I think just next time we are gonna deploy the Nixborn Hydra and double Monstrous Emergence, I think. And they could play a big Priest of Titania, give it haste and deploy some threats, but we are gonna have like 3 removal spells next turn. So, and also if they play a lot of elves, then our Timberwatch plus Priest of Titania are turbocharged. This Timberwatch, they always have it. Ooh, they cannot double Timberwatch on our turn. They cannot do that. Yeah, I just take it because it's 6-12. Yeah, I take it. I think it's very good for us. They are gonna pump, maybe. And they cannot Timberwatch on our turn because this has not aced on our turn. So its summon is sick. And we are gonna kill the old board on our turn. I think we won this game. Okay, so they... Oh, another Quirion Ranger. Million Quirion Rangers. So this is 6 mana. And we could play an Hydra for 5 and double Monstrous Emergence and kill. I think it's good. We could also just... No. Let's do like that. Okay, so yeah, I need 4 mana left, so I can play a small Hydra. And now I Monstrous Emergence. Choose a creature you control. Choose target creature. Choose a creature you control. This one. And they could untap the Timberwatch Elf, but that does nothing because it's summoning sick. And the Downbridge is tapped, so they cannot give haste to the Timberwatch. So, and even if they do that, they pump, and I also pump. So it's not like it works anyways. Okay, this is not gonna work as you would like. Okay, so now we attack. Okay, and they concede. Okay, let's go to game 3 and resubmit. I don't think this is a keeper. I don't know, we could go Arbor Elf on turn 1 and then, well, basically most of the things we could draw are good because, no, you know, elves that make mana, it's like half the deck, it's very, very good. And also we have Monstrous Emergence for 5 on turn 2. Yeah, I think we could try. I'm not sure if it's, but we could try for sure. And we have 2 removal spells. If this ends deploy, it really pops off. And it does. Do we play Land Grant? The thing is, if we use Land Grant now, we could take the red mana, and next time we can the red mana, untap it and use Bolt. At the same time, if we wait, it's better because they don't know the content of our end. But at the same time, if we draw a Forest Nerd, we cannot deploy the red mana. But at that point, I could just Monstrous Emergence, and yeah, if we play a land, we play the land, we Monstrous Emergence, and then Land Grant for the red mana for the next turn. So, okay, let's wait. Okay, now I think this deck is this end is very good because they need to have. Okay, this is okay. I take it. We could kill the Llanowar Elf, but I think it's a little bit greedy. We could kill the Crashing Knot Bridge, but it's also, I don't know, a little bit greedy maybe. The Downbridge, I don't think so. We probably play Land Grant, Quirion Ranger. Yeah, the Crashing Downbridge is not very good if we have Lightning Bolt, because if they play something scary and they tap the Crashing Downbridge, in response we untap the red and kill the thing. So yeah, okay, I think we are in a reasonable spot. Next turn we could go Avenging Hunter into Mountain. No, Mountain. If we go for Avenging Hunter next turn, okay. Yeah, so now the Bolt plan doesn't work. They also need to have something good now. And also I can just kill the Quirion Ranger. Okay, so Well-Wisher is... I just killed the Well-Wisher now, so... yeah, I untap this one. Kill the Well-Wisher, they gain some life and... no problem. I'm not scared if they gain some life. I'm scared if the Well-Wisher goes unchecked, then they gain 1,000,000 life. They could untap and gain, I don't know, more life, but it's not that bad because they are not deploying their board, developing their board. And now I'm gonna cast an Avenging Hunter, and I think it's not great for them. Okay, so it's 1, 2, or 5, and I skip my land drops. Or I play the Mountain, I Stampede, and I play Avenging Hunter next turn with removal up. I think I just go for the Avenging Hunter because I don't think they really have something good, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Problem is, if they don't have Timberwatch, then it's good to play Hunter, and if they have Timberwatch, I need to hurry up. In any case, it's good to do that. And I'm not sure if I need to attack here. Probably not. Do I want to trade? Yeah, it's probably fine to trade, but at the same time it's also fine to block. No, I'm not gonna attack because 1 damage is not gonna be relevant when they are at 30 life. Let's see if they have something good with this bridge to power it up. Okay, this is fine. If they go haste and this is scary. Okay, a lot of mana. Okay, this is very scary. Yeah, this is scary. Maybe it was no, but if I skipped my previous turn to kill the crashing down bridge and cast Lead the Stampede, they play the Priest of Titania and then they do this the turn after. So yeah, now they play Generous Sentence and Wildering and they give them haste, and I think I lost because yeah, Priest of Titania it's unbeatable in the mirror match, and they had it and I didn't. Oh, and they also have an Hydra. Nice. I don't think there's a way to kill this now with Monstrous Emergence, so I think we lost. Okay. And I'm not gonna take the initiative back because they are gonna untap the thing, and I don't think the list were relevant here. They just drew better than us. The cards that are good in the mirror match and I didn't, so nothing I could really do. Yeah, I'm dead next turn, so as well go to the next one. Okay, welcome to the second match, and probably I mistook. I misplayed in the previous game. Maybe I should have untapped and killed the Well-Wisher with my Sorcery Speed removal in order to have Bolt up for next turn. If I do that and they go Priest of Titania and give it haste, I kill it in response. They untap the wall with the Queen of Ranger. They still make mana, but less mana. Interesting. I probably misplayed. I'm not sure if I would have won anyways, but I think I misplayed. And here we are going to 5 because no lands and no lands. And again, no lands, we are going to 4. And this reminds me of my first match on Pauper. I lost because I mulled to 3 on game 3. Yeah, we are gonna keep this one, and we need to keep 2 lands, Priest of Titania and Lead the Stampede, I think. Since we are gonna play, we don't have a 1-drop on turn 1, might as well keep the Sag Wildering. We don't reveal the end. And we need Lead the Stampede because if we Lead the Stampede for 4 or 5, we basically are mulligan. Should we play the Mountain? Yeah. Okay, your turn. And they probably think we are playing Spy now because your opponent molds to 5, turn 1, land and Sag Wildering. This seems a Spy. Okay, Gates, not the best matchup in which to mulligan, but they usually don't have a lot of removal spells, so it's pretty likely that this Priest of Titania is gonna survive because also they usually don't have many untapped white sources, so it's very hard for them to have a journey up. And also, why do they play this on turn 1? It's okay, we can play this one because it's free with Priest of Titania and 3 mana. Okay, let's go. Okay. Take the 4s. Yes, thank you. Imagine if this was a Vandal. Not great, right? With Chrysalis, well, way better. Next turn we are gonna deploy everything and cast the Lead the Stampede because we have 1,000,000 mana next turn if our creatures survive. Oh, so this is the 4-color gate, or so it seems. Okay. What's this? And this is an elf, by the way. Very nice. I don't think we need to cycle this one because we have all the mana we need with Queen of Ranger pseudo land drops. Play the Chrysalis and play the Elf. Untap the Priest of Titania. All this good stuff. Play the Timberwatch Elf. Play the Arbor Elf. Untap the Priest of Titania. And I am well aware I'm not everything in the best way possible. Ciccio Gire says, sto tirando le carte come Strofinacci, which means I'm just throwing the cards because I don't think it's really relevant here. And do we play the Hydra? No, I don't think so. We play the Generous Ant, and they had enough. What's happening here? Ooh, we are lagging hard. Sacrifice this one, sacrifice this other one, and play this out Wildering. And, you know, even if they rat the board, I think it's fine. No big deal, just 1,000,000 of power on turn 4. And if they do have Prismatic Sense, for example, which I don't think it's really possible, but if they do have that, it's not important because we still have Chrysalis plus Hydra. Okay, so planes here, Sacred Cat. Okay, GiorgioCombo wins, nice. Do we sideboard against them? I don't think so. Okay, so another mulligan. Yeah, this is a and put away this Arbor Elf. Generous Ant, it's here to take a land, but because it's the only big creature we have, and I don't think we need all these 1-mana elves. I keep the mountain instead of the elf because maybe I draw the... This is not great, but okay, your turn. Next turn I'm gonna play Priest of Titania, and this is green. They don't seem to have red cards. Okay, they do have red cards. So now I don't think I play the Queen Ranger. I just play the Priest of Titania because if they Breath Weapon next turn... Ooh, and they take Muldrifter. This is a brew for sure. Okay. Yeah, this is very good. We could cast that one, but it's better to... No. It's better to play this one first because next turn we are gonna explode. I'm gonna attack with my Llanowar Elf because this is hungry. It's in anger. Ha! Okay, so here adjusting Timberlake would be good. Cast into the fire to kill my Judas Priest of Titania. Not great. I don't think playing the Queen Ranger is very good. I don't want to waste my mana, so Lead the Stampede it is. And we take good stuff. At the beginning of the video, the Chrysalis is very good. Restart after a rat, because next turn we're gonna play a big creature, and next turn we are gonna play a Generous Ant like nothing happened, basically. I think that's great. But they are gonna Muldrifter and blink it. Oh, Armadillo Clock. Nice. This is not scary. Oh, they do not have Ephemerate. Right, they milled that one. For some reason I thought they had this one in it. You know, we could play the Priest of Titania, but I don't think that's correct. First of all, they could have another Breath Weapon or Cast into the Fire because they are very willing to kill our Maradox. And also, I don't want to waste my mana, and Priest of Titania to cast what? I don't have a lot of elves. The big Chrysalis. Okay. Next turn we have 6 mana, and I think we are gonna play these 3 elves. If they rat, they do not have attacks. No, maybe we don't play the Queen Ranger. We just play Priest of Titania and Timberwatch Elves because, you know, Queen Ranger is basically free because it has an effect which you can use the turn you play it. So I think it's better to keep it in hand so that if they have a Breath Weapon, we at least save the Queen Ranger. Might be relevant. Another Armadillo Clock, and still they... No, they could attack. They could attack, and yeah, we just take 4 damage and they gain 8 life. Not unbeatable. If they drew a Basilisk Gate, we are in trouble. But they don't seem to have one. Okay, this is scary. Next time they are gonna go for the Muldrifter, I think. This is not great, but at the same time we can take the... make a food and gain life, blah blah blah, sort of deal, as it's called. I don't remember the name. Let's do that. No, take the cabin, make a food, play the Timberwatch. I'm not even sure if it's correct to attack here. Yeah, probably. Okay, let's think this through. If they have a Basilisk Gate, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. We're still alive, and we don't shun block with the Chrysalis anyways, so might as well attack. We can block the cat with this one, or maybe just with Daniel Dradzi spawn token. They played the forest, so no Basilisk Gate, and now I think we are in good shape. Yeah, I think we are, because now we are gonna gain 3 life and they are never gonna attack again, even though they could have the Basilisk Gate. And if we untap with the Queen Range, oh no, we are not gonna... Okay, so we are not out of the woods yet. Okay, but we are gonna play some Generous Ants now. Okay, play this one. 6 mana, bounce the cabin. Replay the cabin, and yeah, we skip the land drop, but we make another food, and that could be irrelevant. We could this turn. I said this is 9, so now I'm not gonna attack because if they drew the Basilisk Gate, this is 9, and we double block, so they cannot attack. Oh, but we have Queen Ranger to untap. No, so we should attack. Yeah, we attack for 2. They had the Trap and Charm, the Writing Time, because if we untap with Timberwatch Elf, then they are removal, the damage based removal are not gonna work, and with Queen Ranger they are not gonna catch us off guard. Now we are gonna crack some foods. I think we are in pretty good shape, but they also have a Muldrifter ready to draw some cards. They still need to play a land this turn, so they could... Oh, red mana. And is this a Cannonade? Fairy Cannonade, cast into the fire. They are really willing to play around Meddling Mage, it seems. Okay, 2 mana. And crack the spawn tokens, and crack another food. We could bounce the gingerbread crabbing in order to make another food on our next turn, but if we do that, then we just have 5 mana next turn, and no, we need the 6 mana for Generous End, right? 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay, so you kill the cat, and now they reanimate the cat, I think. But now they just have the Muldrifter in hand, so okay, I don't think it's that bad. They cannot attack, we can attack next turn and play another. Okay, yeah, I think it's better to play. No, it's better to attack first. Yeah, we attack with the Generous Ant, right? Let's go, Generous Ant. Let's go. The ant is generous when it gives you the food, but it's not generous when he goes after you, because very when he wants to. Your turn, opponent. They are making some treasures, because why not? This card is very good. Secretly one of the best cards in the gate decks. Muldrifter. Okay, land is very good for me. Non-Basilisk Gate land, it's very good for me. Calling Oracle, it's... okay, this is good for them. But now I'm gonna play another Generous Ant and... no, it's better to play the Ant. Do we attack with both ants? Yeah, they could block with 3 creatures and it's 7, but then they lose the spawn token. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna attack with both my Generous Ants. Let's go, Generous Ant. And I am effectively at 25, which is more than they could say. Now they are probably going to journey my untapped Generous Ant, and okay, that's fine. Next turn I'm gonna play Priest of Titan and crack all my foods. And why do they kill the oh, because they fear it can grow. I don't know. Maybe they have... oh, that's why. This is not that scary, to be honest, unless they find the gate. Yeah. Okay, the Guardian makes the Avenging Hunter basically dead. We could just 1, 2, 3, 4 +4 one of the ants and attack for 9. That could be the play. Yeah, I think it's probably correct to do that. Attack for 9 and 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they block with everything, the ant survives. They have 0 cards in hand. Question is, do we attack with the other ants? We go no, but they block like this on this one, and we basically trade the ant for the spawn token. Yeah, it's not that bad, to be honest. If I attack with everything and they jump, it's fine. If they double block, oh no, they block this one here and with these 2 here. Yeah, I think, yeah, but what if they draw the Basilisk Gate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 16. Okay, we lose if they draw exactly. Maybe we just do like this. There's no way for them to kill the ant without trading for the spawn token. Yeah, I like that. Okay, this is fine. Your turn, opponent, and on my next turn, I'm not gonna play the Avenging Hunter. I'm gonna eat some foods, because I don't want to randomly die to... Mr. Beast. I don't want to randomly die to, I don't know, something strange. Yeah, I think we could attack with everything now, because we are gonna eat some foods. We are gonna play Priest of Titan and eat just 2 foods, because having a blocker could be better. 3 more life. I don't think 3 life are relevant now. Yeah, it's reasonable for them to keep safe this one, because the only way for them to win is probably to find the gate and start gaining some life. It's a plan that actually works. Gain some life. And your turn, opponent. It's basically now or never, I think. Yeah, you make a treasure. That's correct. Oh, and so here is the Basilisk Gate. Yeah, now we are in trouble, I think. 20... Now we have a game. Okay, so we attack for 19. It's not little. We could stay back, but if we stay back, they just kill us with the Guardian. What if we play the Avenging Hunter and attack? Then it's 12, and we block with Hunter plus 2 ants, and we kill this thing. We don't take damage. We lose the initiative, and they don't have this one anymore. But yeah, we lose into swings, right? So this doesn't work. I think we should use Winning Way and, I don't know, hope to find something really good. This could actually work. So let's play everything. Now we have 5 mana. We do play the Timberwatch Elf and crack the food, or play the Saga Wielding or the Avenging Hunter. I think we need to play the Timberwatch Elf. Hope for next turn, yeah. we're gonna do like this, and we can attack with 2 ends, right? Because this is 11, we need to absorb 3 damage, and yeah, we need an end to block. Oh no, but we have the food, we can take everything. And if they have another gate, we just chum block with the Arbor Elf. Yeah, that's probably the move. Yeah, we cannot play scared here because we are gonna lose the race if we do that. And also we are dead into swing, so we need to 34 plus 12, 46 into attacks, which is unfortunately these hunters are not gonna do a lot, I think. Gain 3 life. And your turn. A Quirrell Ranger would have been, and they draw. Okay, we take 11, we go to 3, they go to 31. Could we deal 31 damage? Could we go up to 9? They deal 9, we need to go up to 10 life. Not great. We could just gain 3 life, right? It's not enough because we cannot block this one, and Chrysalis could have been good. They absorb these 2, and it's 11, 12. I didn't think we were going to lose this one, but that's fair. Nothing different I want to do. I could play the Paladins in place of the Hunters, but I don't think that's correct. And this end, it's not great. I think I'm gonna mulligan this one because it's too slow. I'm gonna take this one, and okay, if they have a breath weapon early on, okay, that's bad, but otherwise it's... And play the Land Elf. Your turn. I kept the Land Grant because maybe I find red mana with this one. Oh, the gate. Pretty good start. And it's red, I guess. No, it's white. Okay, no Land Grant for us, so we need to play this one, I think. Do we play the Timberwatch Elf? Okay, so if we play the Timberwatch Elf now, we have less mana, but once we untap with the Timberwatch Elf, their removal spell doesn't work. And I think it's good because they don't have red mana now, and I don't think they have any untapped red mana. There's no way for them to kill the Timberwatch Elf this turn, except for the Traven Charm or the white removal spells, but that's true no matter what. Mana is not that good when you don't have a way to use it, so I think it's better to do that. Okay, they have the removal spell. Nice. But they are stuck on 2 lands. Okay, we are gonna play everything now. We want to make a Giant Hydra next turn, and this is what I have. Your turn. Do you have a way to kill the Priest of Titania? Okay, this is red mana, but it's too late unless you have a way to act now. Okay, it's not good enough. This is also not good enough. You don't have lands, I think. In fact, you don't. The famous Da Tutto on the Quirrell Ranger, and attack for 10 on turn 4. You block because you have the breath weapon, right? If you kill the Judas Priest now, it's not the end of the world because I still have a 10-10. If you also kill the Quirrell Ranger, I still have the Nyxborn Hydra. Yeah. Okay. And now you need a disenchant effect for the Nyxborn Hydra, or else you lose. Okay, let's do... That was a misplay. Yeah, I should have cycled the Sagu Wielding before the... Oh no, because... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a misplay. No, it's not. No, it's not, because I'm gonna untap this one. Bounce the forest, replay the forest, and cycle the Sagu Wielding for red mana. Yeah, probably. Okay, your turn. Do you have an answer for my giant Quirrell Ranger? Because it's now or never. And Journey to Nowhere doesn't work. Traven Charm bust, I think. And Malevolent Rumble into Traven Charm. It's in the graveyard. And White Land. And they replay the Sacred Cat. Now they have 5, so they go to 1, because they go to 0, but they gain 1 for the Sacred Cat. But I have Nyxborn Hydra, so I think this does it, right? 1 white mana. I don't know if there's anything strange they could have. They don't. Nice. GiorgioCombo wins the match. Okay, welcome to match number 3. This is not a great end, but a keepable one, because we are gonna play the Priest of Titania on turn 2, and if it survives, then have lands. But even if it doesn't, we have a lot of ways to make our land drops, and okay, maybe this is just so we will see if the swap is working or not. Good draw, I think. There's an argument for cycling land grant now, because if we draw a tap land, then No, but if we draw a top land, we could still play the Priest of Titania with Arbor Elf. Maybe if they kill the Arbor Elf and we draw a top land and we cannot land grant, I don't want to play around that corner case. It's more relevant to not show them the end. We play everything? I don't think so. I think we just... Okay, we could use the end and not show them our end, but we could cycle the end and take a forest and play the Priest of Titania, but we don't have red mana. I think it's just better to buy the bullet, and we take the red mana now, and we play the Priest of Titania. And we have mountain, so if they wildfire our land, we have the mountain to take, which is... And as I said at the intro of the video, Vandal is very good on this board. If we could generous enter into Masked Vandal on the bridge on turn 1, on turn 2 or 3 or stuff like that, it's good. But at the same time, we don't have the Vandal now. Imagine we draw Vandal next turn. Probably Chrysalis is better, right? Because now the Vandal is not that good anymore. Maybe. Okay, do we play everything? Let's say we play both Queen Ranger and Llanowar Elves. Then we tap this one for 4 and 5. Untap the Priest of Titania, and it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we could play Sagu Wildling and Sagu Wildling, or we could play Lead the Stampede and Generous End. I kinda like to play Sagu Wildling and Sagu Wildling, because if I do that, I have 4 elves. If they Karklan Shaman, the Wildlings survive because they flies, and if they don't Karklan Shaman, then we have a lot of mana for next turn to Lead the Stampede and Generous End and blah blah blah. While if we play Lead the Stampede, we could maybe miss. Yeah, I like it. Oh, and they cast down the Priest of Titania. Okay, take 3 mana. And we still play Sagu Wildling, right? 4 mana. Yeah, we skip the land drop in order to play Sagu Wildling, or we play the Lead the Stampede. No, I think we skip the land drop. Because I don't think they have... Oh, we could have played the Generous End, maybe that was better. I don't know. I don't think they have the Karklan Shaman here, because if you have the Karklan Shaman on this board, you for sure play the Karklan Shaman, right? You also have the Icor Wellspring to destroy, so I don't think they have the Karklan Shaman. No way you use the cast down while you could have. I think it's better to play the creatures, and next time I'm gonna have a lot of mana, I think, unless they draw the Shaman now. But I don't like to play scared, because playing around Shaman it's good, but not... I don't play scared around every top deck, because that's the way you lose against John. If you give them time, then they basically grind you out. 2, 3. We tap the red mana because we could untap it if we draw the Chrysalis, or we could play another Sagu Wildling. Is it better to play another Sagu Wildling? Yeah, that could be the case. If we play the Sagu Wildling, the Llanowar Elf, and they go for another rat, we discard the Lead the Stampede. No, because we could still bounce the land, save the Lead the Stampede. So maybe it's better to do that, or we could just Lead the Stampede now, and then we have 2, 3 mana. And maybe we play, I don't know, elves, and so basically another setup turn. But we also could draw, the Timberwatch elf. It's hard to say, but playing the Sagu Wildling, it's bad if they have Chrysalis, because then we cannot attack. So maybe I just Lead the Stampede and set up a bigger turn for next turn. Okay, yeah, not the worst. Untap this one. I don't think we play the Llanowar Elf, because no need to, we have enough mana, right? Because next turn, if the Priest of Titania survive, it's 5, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we have enough mana, plenty of mana to play everything. Might as well play around the Karklan Shaman a little bit. Okay, and they're gonna take 3 for sure. This is a big turn, because if they Shaman now, it's bad for us. But if they just Shaman and not play other creature, if they Shaman and Chrysalis, that's very bad. If they set up or just Shaman, it's kinda okay. And if they don't Shaman, I think it's very good for us. Yeah, I want to use the ability, and I have a mountain. Oh, baby. As Marza Boy, li battiamo di deck building. We beat them with the deck building. Do we play everything? I don't think so. We just play one Llanowar Elves. Let's think this through. So it's 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, so it's plenty of mana. Just go for the Chrysalis. Okay, Sagu Wildling and another Sagu Wildling. And now I think we are gonna attack with Queen Ranger also, because killing the rat could be good. No, I'm not gonna. I don't think pushing 1 damage it's all that relevant now. I know if they Karkan Shaman, this was basically for nothing, but... And if they Shaman now, it's too late, unless they also have the Toxin Analysis, because the 3 Sagus and the Wryting Chrysalis survive, so... Next turn, I'm gonna attack with everything. Priest of Titania, Queer Ranger, and everything, because at that point, they go very low, and... That's good for me. And they discard. Very unfortunate for them. That's good. Yeah, so now I'm just... Ooh, yeah, attack like this. 2 mana, cast down on the Chrysalis, I think. No, on the Sagu Wildling. Okay. Cast down on the Chrysalis now. No, the other Sagu Wildling. Okay, so they have the Shaman, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's relevant to play the Land or Elves, because if they have Shaman, they kill the elf, and if they don't, I think they lose. Maybe if they play Chrysalis... No, maybe if they... No, maybe I should have played the elf. Yeah, I don't know. Because if they Chrysalis, they go to 1. Yeah, I could bounce the forest, but I think the forest is better than the elf now. Okay, 5 artifacts. So the Chrysalis is gonna die, and the Generous End... Oh, but the Jigsaw Infiltrator is gonna be... No, 6 artifacts. 6 artifacts. And you see, imagine if we had a Vandal in place of the Chrysalis. Would have been better? I don't think so. Yeah, crack the food, and nothing else I could do, right? Yeah. And now I attack with a Sagu Wildling. They chum block, I think. No, maybe they go... Yeah, they chum block, because if I have Vandal, then it's very bad for them. And now I cycle my end, because no way I'm gonna cast this game. Your turn, opponent. You have 2 cards in hand, 3 lands. Okay, we have a game, I think. I think we are a little bit unfavored, but it's not impossible. They have 2 cards now, but they go to 3. And they need to find an answer for this Sagu Wildling. Okay, we play this one, because if they have a rat, we have 4 lands. And okay, your opponent, do you have an answer for this Sagu? Because if you do, then I think that's it. No, the Chrysalis. Okay, I think we lost. No, maybe with an Hydra. Maybe Hydra wins the game, right? It doesn't win the game, but it gives a shot. Hydra, it's very good now. Yeah, take it, because I am at 32, so... Do we play the other Arbor Elf? If they rat, I discard the Chrysalis. Relevant to have another Arbor Elf in play, so... Okay, go. No, if I attack, I lose the Sagu Wildling. It's not good. And I saw off my deck with no Hydra, so I think it's time for me to see an Hydra. No, but it's time for them to see another Wryting Chrysalis. Yeah, I think they had been a little bit unlucky in not finding the Karkan Shaman sooner, but at the same time I was a bit unlucky to never find a Timberwatch Elf, and now it's a little bit late, maybe? No, maybe it's not. Yeah, it's late, because let's say I play the Avenging Hunter. Then I play a land and play Arbor Elf. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. They have 3 attackers. They attack with this one, and I chump with the Arbor Elf. They attack with the 2 Chrysalis. And if they do that, they lose, right? Because then I attack back with the Sagu Wildling and they lose. So they cannot attack with 2 Chrysalis. They could just attack. And I block with the end, because 5-6. I think it's fine. Playing the Chrysalis is not a way to win this game. We play Avenging Hunter and we trap them if we endure for 3 turns. Or if we draw another Avenging Hunter, which could happen because we have 3 in the deck left. Also, Hydra, it's maybe little. Yeah, probably Hydra could be little next turn. And no point in attacking here. We have a game and we already played 3 cast down. So chances are they are running out of cast downs. And what's happening? Oh, dispute, okay. Very good for them, because now they have 3 cards, 4 cards in hand. Yeah, I think we'll probably lost this game. But it was inches, I think. And I'm not sure if Vandal would have been better than Chrysalis here. Kinda proved the point. Okay, honestly, it doesn't prove anything because it's just a game, but you know what I mean. Another Chrysalis. Nice. Hydra still wins the game. I don't know, maybe. Avenging Hunter, it's very, very good. And yeah, Hydra maybe wins the game. Depends on how they choose to attack. Maybe it's just a flashback is happening. Oh, the Hydra. And of course, they drew their 1-off Hydra before I drew one of my 4-off Hydra, which is something to be expected. It's 11. If I block like this, I lose both creatures. If I... yeah. A black mana open. Okay, if they have cast down, I lose, right? So nothing I could do in that case. But what if I just take it? And now I have 2 attackers, then they have 2 blockers for my tramplers and flyers, and this one, and this is blocked by this one. Yeah, if I just take it and I drew an Hydra, I win. While if I... So it's 1 in 8 chances, 1 in 7, something like that. Double block. Oh no, because this is gonna grow. I triple block. 10, 13, and this is 12. Okay, I triple block. And they lose this one, and this is 13, and I lose Ant and Hunter. I keep the initiative. On my turn, I forge on the Sag Wildling. And they have 2 blockers. I have this one. I go to the forge, and if they have cast down, I lose, but I don't think I can beat cast down this game. Oh, and they have Toxin Analysis. Okay. Yeah, I basically needed an Hydra to win the game, I think. The good thing is they showed us they have Toxin Analysis, so I think I'm gonna try to play the Lightning Bolts, maybe something like this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I will be on the play, and I will keep this fine hand, a keepable hand for sure. Landward, your turn. On turn 2, I'm gonna play Land Grant into Quirion Ranger so that I could play an Avenging Hunter on turn 3. And we could also take the red mana. It's a bummer that, yeah, maybe I needed to, maybe it was better to cycle the Land Grant in the previous turn in order to not show the freshly drawn card. Nothing different they could do on turn 1 except for land go. That was probably a mistake. But also I've been punished to draw Lightning Bolt exactly this turn. Okay, and this is Hunter. And Lightning Bolt, it's good now to protect maybe the initiative from the flying creature. Okay, and I also attack with the Quirion Ranger. No need to take the mountain. And you may go. Oh no, I attack and then you may go. Nice. Question is, do we forge onto the Hunter? It's bad into cast down, but also forging on a 1-1, it's bad into Gixen Infiltrator and Chrysalis, Karknon Shaman. Yeah, I think, all things considered, I'm gonna forge on the Avenging Hunter, I think. Okay, 2 mana. Now, I think we just need to untap, because if we untap and have red mana up, then they cannot Toxin Analysis. Now I'm for sure gonna forge on to the Hunter because they are tapped now, so I'm gonna deal 7. I don't think they have a 1 mana removal spell in that deck. And the land, it's not great. We played land. We could play a small Hydra and push some damage, but I don't think that's relevant because, oh no, maybe it is. What if we 4 mana and we keep this one up? So it's +2, it's 9. They go to 8. Next turn is 5 + 3 if they don't shaman. Yeah, you know, I think I like it. Burn damage next turn. If you shaman plus Toxin Analysis, I bolt the shaman and you lose. And if you do everything else, basically you lose to the burn plus the creatures. So, and you also know I have bolt. Okay, this does nothing. Okay, so they play Gixen Infiltrator plus Hydra plus Blood Fountain. A lot of payoff, unless they play 1 copy of Fountain plus 2 Toxin Analysis, 2 Gixen Infiltrator, stuff like that. I'm gonna go to the trap, of course. I'm gonna trap you down to 3 life points. I'm gonna attack and bolt you before you could say Quidditch. Good enough for me. Yeah, I don't think you have way to gain life with 1 red mana up. GiorgioCombo wins. Let's try again. Unfortunately, this is a mulligan. Could be an end in which the Chrysalis, it's worse than the... Yeah, that's real bad, but I don't think we... And they keep 7. I think this is very, very bad. better to go to 5 and hope to open one of the draw 4 and 5 and hope they deliver. Okay, this is basically what I asked for, so I cannot really complain. And I'm gonna do like this. Okay, let's try. Unfortunately, I don't think this hand could really beat a Karklan Shaman now. Put back the Arbor Elf in order to keep the Sagu Wildling in order to have access to red mana, but first of all, I didn't have red cards in hand, and second, Priest of Titania is not very good if you don't have other elves, right? We play the Priest of Titania, we attack with the Arbor Elf. If you have Karklan Shaman, maybe I could just, maybe it's better to do like this. If I cycle the Sagu Wildling, maybe it's better because if they Shaman, then we can lead the Stampede next turn. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna take, oh no, no! Okay, I skipped the turn for no reason, not the turn, but I waste a mana for no reason. And if they Karklan Shaman now, it's pretty bad. Okay, and they take red mana. And of course they Karklan Shaman now. That's very, very bad now because it land into lead the Stampede, it would have been different. Okay, this is probably going to cost the... It's not like I would have won anyways. It's not like I would have won 100%, but it would have been better. But let's see how it goes. They have just 3 mana, maybe they're stuck on mana or something like that. No, they are not. Okay. And this is a dispute. Yeah, for now they had a pretty good hand because they had basically perfect mana with cleansing Wildfire into Karklan Shaman into my Mole to 5. Let's see, maybe. Okay, so now we play Priest of Titania and we have 3 mana and lead a Stampede, or we just lead a Stampede. I don't think we play around another Karklan Shaman. If you have it, you have it, and congrats. Okay. And your turn. Next turn we are gonna play basically everything right because we play the Llanowar Elf and it's 3, 6, 8. No, we are not gonna play everything unless we draw another mana source. Yeah, because 7 mana for the Chrysalis plus the Hunter. Yeah, we are in fact gonna play 2 big threats unless they do something. Of course, Chrysalis is not the worst. I can live with that. And you see, it's debatable if this game the Vandal would have been better than the Chrysalis. Is the Vandal better than the Chrysalis now? Maybe, but it's not a guarantee. While the Chrysalis is 100% good now. Okay, play the aforementioned Chrysalis and now the Avenging Hunter. And we are pretty safe with all these blockers. And 3 Avenging Hunters plus Lightning Bolt, I think it's pretty good life insurance. We play the Forest, but I don't think we play the Forest because if they go for Rat, we discard the Forest. Now, if they go for the Karklan Shaman this turn plus some artifacts, we could be in trouble. But if they don't, we are Bolt up, we Forge on the Hunter, and then with no toxic analysis, it doesn't work anymore. And they seem to... A lot of Chrysalis, but no more lands. Yeah, maybe. Okay, the Vandal would have been better than the Chrysalis this game, probably. Okay, we Forge on the Hunter, and this is 10. If they block... Oh no, it's more than 10. It's 7 and 7, and another land. It's basically the worst possible draw. 7 and 7 is 14. I attack, and basically I trade the Hunter for the Chrysalis. Is it good? Yeah, because then I trade the other Chrysalis for the Chrysalis plus Bolt. Because if I don't attack now, I will never attack again. So, yeah, I think I attack with the... And basically, they just have a Chrysalis on board now. Oh no, they block like this and they... do they take it? Okay. Okay. It's fine. Now, I'm gonna play another Avenging Hunter. Do I play another Avenging Hunter? For sure I'm gonna trap them. I could make them attack, but it's not that good. And okay, so this 3, 4, 5. Should I play another Hunter? Because now I draw a card, and next turn I'm gonna go to the throne. This is very good to discard to a rat. Yeah, pass the turn. If they are Karklan Shaman now, they need a lot of artifacts because Toxic Analysis is not gonna work. If they have Duress plus Toxic Analysis plus Karklan Shaman, then question is, if they Karklan Shaman, do I bolt the Jigsaw Infiltrator in response? I don't think so, because they don't have a lot of... they don't attack now? Okay, I think we are in a pretty good spot now, because we go to the Throne, we find a, you know, something big and scary. Like another Avenging Hunter. Yeah, because this doesn't trigger, right? Yeah, so another Avenging Hunter, it's very good. And we take another land and we draw one card. I think we play Land Grant. Yeah, why not? Do we attack now? Okay, let's say we attack with all the Avenging Hunters. They block with we could kill the Jigsaw Infiltrator with a Lightning Bolt, and they basically they absorb these 2, 7, 10. What if I attack with everything? Let's say I attack with everything. They have cast down, they cast this down, and they absorb these 2 with a Chrysalis. They block this one, they go to 8, and that's very bad for me. I just attack with this one, probably correct. If I attack with 3, they have a cast down for sure, so I'm gonna attack with this one. Yeah, but if I attack this one, they cast down. No, I lose all. Do like this and cast down. Okay. I don't think I played Land or Elf because I need this one to keep the initiative back if they Karklan Shaman. Next turn, we are gonna forge on another Avenging Hunter, which is gonna be scary because then it trades for the Chrysalis. And then we have 2 big hunters that are gonna attack. Do you have other cast down? So they are gonna, for mana, another Chrysalis. Okay, nice. This could be a good spot to find an Hydra. But it's not like I am being unlucky in this game. In fact, I am being... okay, do we go to the Forge or do we scry? Because if we scry, if we find an Hydra, it's unbeatable, right? But if we don't, yeah, I think we need the Hydra because we are not gonna attack anymore if we don't find an Hydra. So yeah, lost well. And it's not just Hydra, even a draw 4 or draw 5, it's good. Yeah, and we we miss really hard. Pretty incredible stuff, to be honest. Yeah, now I think we lose. Let's do like this. Okay, so Stash does nothing, so next time we are gonna make it so that they need to attack with this Chrysalis. But the problem is now the Jigsaw Infiltrator is also very big, so we have been outpowered because they drew a million Chrysalis, and again we never drew the Hydra or another Lead the Stampede, really. Yeah, Fanatical Offering. So now the Jigsaw Infiltrator, it's very big. There could be a reason to go to Trap, just because if we draw another Lightning Bolt, then Trap plus 2 Lightning Bolt, it's okay. So now they take back the Karklan Shaman, but they need another land to do that. No, because they have... Okay, so this turn they are gonna crack the Blood Fountain, and now they have cast down open, so I don't think it's gonna work even if we draw the Hydra now. Okay, Arena, and yeah, maybe was it better to make so that... Oh no, maybe the Jigsaw... yeah, 4 miss in a row. It's really impressive stuff. Yeah, no point in playing creatures because they are gonna have a Karklan Shaman play next turn, but it's not for very much, right? Because they are gonna have just 2 artifacts. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna chum block with the Land War Elf if they attack before combat, because of course the Land War Elf, it's gonna die no matter what. And I discard the Forest, I think. Maybe if they are too reckless, maybe they attack with too many things and I kill the Refurbished Familiar. But now they are gonna sacrifice the Refurbished Familiar to the Karklan Shaman, because now they have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. So my Avenging Hunters are gonna die. And if they have another artifact, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I'm gonna lose all my board and I'm gonna lose the game. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. I think I've been pretty unlucky to never draw an Hydra in game 1 and game 3. It happens sometimes. And also they drew all the Chrysalis. Again, it happens. Okay, so they do 4. Yeah, and the Jigsaw Infiltrator, it's enormous. And okay, this is a game that I could have won with blue, because if this was a blast, I could have countered the Karklan Shaman and maybe we still had a chance. Not sure, because I don't know what they have in hand, but it's possible. Okay, they probably should have sacrificed another artifact. I don't know. Okay, I probably chum block with a Chrysalis, and I bolt this one. I have 2 attackers. Yeah, I don't care if that thing survives. What if I draw an Hydra? Because I draw 2 cards now, and I bolt them, they go to 8, and I Hydra this one. This get absorbed, and this is 9, 15, 17. Oh, it's not nearly enough. Okay, let's draw and see what happens. Nothing is gonna happen, spoiler, but yeah, nice, fun. Very, very funny. Now what's gonna happen is they attack with everything. I bolt the familiar and I keep the initiative. Yeah, but they have 5 cards in hand. No way we're gonna win this game. Okay, we pass the turn. We need to hurry because we have 37 seconds on the clock. Okay, GiorgioCombo gets... Okay, we take a forest now. Queen Ranger, nice. Yeah, I don't think we can win this game. Oh no, maybe we could win this game. Okay, so we're not gonna win this game because I was too slow, but there's a chance. And basically, if I draw a Lightning Bolt and I trap them down, it's 11 damage. Of course, if they have... Okay, they are just killing us for time, but they could also win by just attacking with creatures. Okay, so basically the game was decided by the fact that I never drew the Hydra or the Leader Stampede until it was too late. Basically, I needed to draw one of those cards one turn before I did, so a little bit unfortunate, I think. But at the same time, I drew 3 initiatives, which have been very good. But at the same time, I also mold to 5, so I don't know. And okay, this is match number 4. This is not so great then. I'm gonna mulligan, and this is perfectly fine. I'm gonna put back a Queen Ranger, I think, because it's hard that 2 are needed. And Arbor Elf. Okay, so mono white. Oh, mono white heroic. This is another matchup in which it's probably better than Wryting Chrysalis. So we will see if we'll come back to bite us. We are for sure gonna take red mana now. Okay, so it's 1, 2 mana, nothing we could do, but next time we are gonna deploy the first of our... And we need to draw something here because 2 Chrysalis might not be enough against a Laguna Bend Trailblazer. At the same time, it's not a given that they have a million auras. So, okay, Spirit Link. This is good because it's still a 1/5. Okay, this is fine. They don't seem to have a particularly strong end. They attack for 2. Of course, I take 2 and I'm fine with that. This thing has retrace, right? Rebound, as it's called. Okay, so next time they are gonna attack again and pump it again. Okay. But the Chrysalis is gonna be bigger. And also, the spawn tokens are gonna be problematic for the lifelink aspect of the matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We could play Chrysalis into Priest of Titania. I think we are gonna do that. Okay, play the Chrysalis. And unfortunately, we cannot play another Chrysalis because we are 1 mana short. We are gonna use one of the tokens to deploy the Priest of Titania. And I'm also gonna attack because why not? Okay, so this thing cannot attack into the Chrysalis now. Could attack, but I'm gonna absorb the damage. So no point in doing that, really. Unless they have an instant speed ways to pump it. So attack, I'm probably gonna take it because I'm a coward. And also because I'm gonna play Chrysalis into end and they stop attacking. Yeah, I take it. This one flies, but the Chrysalis has reach, so... Okay, how much mana do we have? This is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9... So it's 9. We play Hunter or Ant, not both. I think it's better to play the Hunter once I have 2 Chrysalis out. And Hunter is better the sooner you play it, because it's harder for them to steal it. So yeah. Do we have attacks now? No need to take the red mana. We have already used this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So no, we cannot play the Generous Hand. Do we attack now? We could attack with these two creatures, and I don't think they could have mutagenic growth. Do they play mutagenic growth? Even if they do, I don't think it's the end of the world if we lose this two creature, one of the two creatures. Okay. And I think it's pretty hard for them to steal the initiative once I have all these Chrysalis and... This one is perfectly acceptable. Okay, so this is a 3/3 with protection from green, right? Choose a color. Yes, you cannot choose colorless. Okay, but this cannot attack into the Chrysalis because the Chrysalis is not green. Do we have attack now? Yeah, we probably do. So now we're gonna forge onto the Avenging Hunter. We draw another Chrysalis. Nice. Yeah, I think the Chrysalis. We play the Generous End. And now I think we also attack with some of the Chrysalis. Okay, so this is 7, so this can attack because this is 6. If they double block, basically we trade this one for the Laguna Trailblazer, and I think I'm okay with that. And then I attack with 2 Chrysalis. I can block this one with all my spawn tokens. Yeah, attack like this. If they don't block, which of course is not gonna happen, but I'm attacking for 22 and they conceded. Do we sideboard, and how do we sideboard? Probably we do like this. Maybe is it better to do like this? Yeah, I kinda like that. I don't think Lightning Bolt is needed, but Monstrous Emergence is good, I think. Okay, with a pretty good hand. They keep 7 cards and they play planes into Laguna Trailblazer. Okay. Do we Land now? I don't think... You know, Land now it's good if we draw exactly the top red land, because in that case we skip the land drop in order to play the Priest of Titania. And we play the green land because we have Saga Wielding for the red land later, so... And we need to draw something big because we have a lot of mana, but not a lot of things to do with that mana. Of course, that could happen when you side out your Avenging Hunters in order to play Monstrous Emergence. I'm not sure if the sideboarding is correct. To be honest, I'm not sure of most of the things about this list because, as I said, it's the first time I'm playing... Oh, the Armadillo. It's the first time I'm playing this deck, this list, so it might be wrong. Now, if they start like this, it's not like the Avenging Hunter, it's super nice, because by the time you cast it, maybe they have a pro-green creature and you lose the initiative. It could be bad. Okay, this is very, very good now. If they have a way to kill the Priest of Titania, it's not great. And if they play Holy Light, the 3 mana -1/-1, I don't think they do, but if they somehow do that, I think it's very bad for us. But also, it's not like we are under a lot of pressure. Okay, I can live with that because they are just attacking for 2. We play another Priest of Titania, and probably we cycle the Saga Wielding before we do that, now that we have the Winding Way. Yeah, because if we do that and they kill the Priest of Titania, we have Chrysalis for the turn after. Okay, do this change things? I think so. We still take the red mana because they are not playing other creatures or auras or lands, so chances are they have a interactive end. I wouldn't be too shocked if they kill this Priest of Titania. I want to play around that, and next turn I'm gonna slam the Chrysalis, which stop their board. It's a good use of my mana, and the turn after we have 7 mana and we Winning Way into, I don't know, something. Okay, so they don't have another removal spell, or they chose not to play it, but if you have another removal spell, you 100% kill the Priest of Titania, I think. Okay, they're splitting damage because I don't know. Okay, I'm at 12, so I need to start caring about my life total a little bit, but now I'm gonna deploy a lot of blockers, I think. Well, a lot of blockers, I don't know about a lot of blockers, some blockers for sure. So how much mana do I have? 8 mana guaranteed, and it could be Chrysalis into Winning Way. It's 4 mana, and I have 4 mana left. So maybe it's just better to Winning Way before I do that. I don't think I want to play the Hydra now. You didn't. Okay. No point in playing this one, right? I just play Wryting Chrysalis into Timberwatch Elf. It's not the worst, not the worst. Okay, 2 mana, untap this one. Timberwatch Elf and Wryting Chrysalis. Okay, do we survive this turn? Because if we do, we are in great shape, I think. Because we cast a big Hydra, Monstrous Emergence on this one, and we go from there. Yeah, we block this one because if, I don't know, like some instant speed, 2 spells, yeah, there is some combination of cards that kill us if we don't block. So I'm gonna block the Laguna and not this one. I'm not gonna be too greedy because if I am tap, I think I'm gonna win anyways, even if my Hydra is a bit smaller. Okay, Vigilance is not relevant, so it's +4 basically, because they could flashback that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just gonna block with the spawn token and sacrifice it. Okay. I could also take it, but I don't think it's correct to take it because maybe they sneak some damage in and I lose. No. Okay, sacrifice the token, pump the Chrysalis, and on my next turn I'm gonna do something very, very good. I think I'm also gonna kill the Laguna Trailblazer, which means just kill the Hiena Umbra because it has, as it's called, Umbra armor. 3, 6, 7, 10, 11. I could Hydra for 9. Is it good to kill this one? I'm not even sure, to be honest, with this one, and I keep the spawn token around. Okay, now I attack with this one. If they block, I pump with the Timberwatch, and this, so the Hiena Umbra dies. And if they take it, okay, that's fine. I already used this one, so if they attack, I untap the Wryting Chrysalis. Okay, I think we are pretty safe now. Okay, cycling, desperation move, and GiorgioCombo wins the match. Okay. Okay, so I forgot to start the recording at the beginning of the match, so you will never see what happened in this match, but I'm gonna tell you. I was playing against Proliferate Storm, I don't know, Poison Storm as it's called, and I won game 3 because they basically had been stuck on one land, and I won game 1 on turn 4, and I lost game 2 because they weathered the storm, gained some time, and on turn 6 they killed me. And that's it for match 5. It's not a pretty good ending for the video, I guess, but that's it. Okay, that's it. I'm not sure if I like the Chrysalis or not. This was a strange league. 5 matches are not enough, and also most of the matches were strange because Poison Storm, the weird gate list, and Mono White Heroic. But we played against Jund, which is interesting because I wanted to test against Jund. But before we analyze the games, first of all, I never experienced problems with the mana base. I never had problems with the quality requirements, which is a good starting point. With Jund, I lost, and with Vandal, I would have won. Yeah, I think so, because on game 3, if I wasteland their red source, after they play the first Chrysalis, they will never play the second Chrysalis, and then with my Avenging Hunters, I eventually win the game. I think that's pretty clear. But at the same time, I had been a bit unlucky because I never found an Hydra. So is the Vandal necessary? I didn't feel like the matchup was unwinnable. In fact, I was one Hydra away from winning game 1 and game 3, and I won game 2. And they always had the Shaman and the Cast Downs and the Chrysalis, and so they had fine hands. So I don't feel like the Vandal is mandatory to win the matchup. Also on game 3 I lost the end of it because they played the third Shaman and I had Lightning Bolt. If that was the Hydroblast, I think I could have won that game. So this means that maybe we could switch back to blue, have blasts in the sideboard, and don't play the Chrysalis, don't play the Vandals, and play something else in place of the Chrysalis. Maybe the blast has enough versus Jund. I think that could be the case. What to play in place of the Chrysalis? Well, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe Timberwatch Elf, 3 and 4, maybe 2 more Arbor Elves. I don't know. What about the rest of the deck? I don't think there's many things to be said, because the rest of the deck I already played, and I think it's good to play with 8 mana dork. I think the rest I like, so not much to be said here. And so that's it for today. I hope you liked the video, the idea. I want to test it more because I don't have the answers, but maybe next time I'm gonna focus on KitKat or the KCI deck, how you wanna call it, because I have some updates on that deck, and that's a deck I really like. But that's it for today, and yeah, good night, because it's very late here. I'm gonna go to sleep. And if you like seeing me playing strange decks against strange opponents, not strange opponents, strange opponents decks, well, say that to anyone. And if you didn't, okay, that's perfectly fine. No problem with that. Goodbye.